Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well and I hope you're all doing good. I'm back with another testing video. I have already kind of done my base and my brows. I'm actually going to be testing the Made by Mitchell curve case today. I'm going to use obviously the light one because I'm obviously very kind of light skinned. So I haven't actually opened it, it's literally just got delivered. The packaging is kind of like really nice. It's kind of like glossy but like matte at the same time. And yeah, it's just really nice. I have seen this everywhere, like on TikTok, and I think I've seen it on Instagram once or twice as well. But yeah, so it basically, the packaging just looks like this. And then you get both kind of bronzer contour shades in it and blush shades. So obviously these are the shades. It's actually kind of cool because it says it on the back, so obviously that is the front, and then if you flip it over, that is the black back. So we've got Collectible, Hollow there, Cream Carve, Shady Business for your contour shades, and then for your blush you've got Strawberry Cream, Cold Heart, Coral and Snatchural. So I'm going to open it. I'm not kind of sure how it opens. Okay, it literally lifts off, so like the whole of the top comes off. Obviously these are cream rather than like powders, so I'm gonna actually like swatch them. So I'm just gonna put like okay. So just kind of like got a few of them and then just like swatch them, and we'll do this one as well. Whoa, okay. So if you can see, they kind of look like that. You can always see the ones that I have swatched. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of see how it goes on with my kind of foundation and things like that, and just how it blends. So yeah, I'm gonna obviously test it, and just, I haven't actually done my concealer yet, so I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and do that. Also guys, I am sorry that there wasn't a video again last week. There was just kind of like a lot going on in obviously my personal life, so obviously I just wasn't like in the right headspace to actually be able to film. Yeah, I did try, but like I was just getting kind of like distracted and things, so yeah. So I am sorry about that, but I'm back. That should be all done now, so I should just be back to normal filming like once a week. A video will be. Also excuse kind of like this red mark. I was a bit of an idiot when it the other day I decided to kind of like do that shaving your face thing at home, and yeah, I think I just kind of caught myself, so it's a bit sore, but it's fine. Also guys, it's nearly the end of November. Who has started their Christmas shopping? Because I mean I have, but I don't know if it really counts because I've brought one present. So I feel like that's what you get when you have a boyfriend who has a birthday in December. Like, things kind of get put off. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to film Christmassy videos, but I might do. So maybe, but if I do, there may be extra videos. But yeah, we'll just obviously maybe a bit closer to the time, although it is pretty close. So I'm not kind of sure which shade to go for, especially for the bronzer one. Obviously I have got my normal like bronzer contouring brush that I use for cream ones anyway. And this is obviously just like a Real Technique brush. So I'm going to start off with the lightest shade, and it's the Hollow There one, and it is just this one. It says it's the lightest shade on the back, so I'm just going to tap it in. Oh, I'm really scared. Okay. You do get quite a lot for obviously just like 1 or 2 pats. It goes on very easily. Like, that's pretty good, to be fair, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I think that's, so obviously we'll obviously see how it blends in with my also, for people with dry skin, obviously this should be very good, because obviously I have dry skin and it's just terrible, especially with like powder products in the colder months. So yeah, I think this is actually like £30 normally. I'm not gonna lie, I brought it in the sale for Black Friday, so I think it was like 25, so it's not the most expensive, but again it's also not obviously the cheapest. But yeah, obviously if it's worth it, then it's not that bad. But yeah, this is obviously it. It blended really well. It went on very easily. I've seen yeah, and then I'm just gonna go in with, I feel like I want to go in with a bit of a darker one, but I don't want to go in a lot. I might go in with this one. It's a little bit lighter, but just to kind of add a bit to it. Okay, that's quite nice. If you add like a little bit onto it, I feel like that's nice, just like in the middle and just a little bit higher up. And yeah, they blend in really nicely together. So I'm obviously gone in with these 2 shades, which are Collectible and Hollow There. Yeah. So those are obviously the 2 that I have used. Those 2 are the lightest 2. So yeah, there are obviously 3 palettes. I think there's light, medium and dark, but obviously don't hold me to that. I did get mine off Beauty Bay, if you were wondering. I feel like this one will be quite a good one to kind of just go like down the bridge, like down your nose with. I mean, I'm using like the biggest brush in the world for this, but so obviously with this I just use the H&B Cosmetics like skin tint as usual for my base. But yeah, I'm gonna actually try something else as well. I'm gonna get maybe the lighter shade, because I have seen a few people do this. I don't know how it's gonna look, and just put a bit like on my kind of eyelid a little bit, just to kind of make the eyelid look a bit kind of there. But yeah, hold on 1 second, I forgot to set my concealer. So I'm going to quickly do that with my, obviously my powder. It doesn't, like, I don't feel in the Christmassy mood. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Christmas anyway, but I don't feel like in the Christmassy mood at all, considering it is the end of November? Yeah, the end of November. But I don't know, it just feels weird this year. But yeah, obviously that blended in really well. It didn't dry too quickly either. But obviously, saying that, I did do it as I was going around my face. So like I put this bit on and blended it as I was going. And then obviously did it like for both cheeks and blended it as I was going, rather than put like a bit on and then blend it and then went back and blended it. So I don't know. But yeah, I think that like those two shades, obviously if you are light skin like myself, then you can very nicely obviously blend them together, and I do think that looks very nice. But yeah, and obviously I love, like, it's not too glowy, but then at the same time it's not too matte. It's kind of like a nice in between cream kind of product. They are very shoot, where's that? Oh, they are kind of like very kind of creamy and nice, but they're not matte. Like, I wouldn't say they're really matte, and I wouldn't say they're super creamy. So they're like a nice in between kind of thing. And then I'm going to go in with my blusher. But yeah, I think the packaging is really nice. I mean, I'm not a fan of green, but I do really like the packaging. But I mean, yeah, I like that the whole lid lifts off, because it doesn't kind of get in the way that way either. And I really like kind of like the lettering. The lettering feels kind of, so it's kind of like slightly raised, but it's like a colour, like a skin colour, which is quite nice. I mean, I don't know if it's darker for the darker palettes, but yeah. And also I really love that they've tried to kind of match the shades on the back with the names, and they've tried to kind of get it on spot on, so like that's red and that shade's red, so it kind of like goes together, if that makes sense. But yeah. But let me try the blush, and obviously we'll see how they both look on, and then obviously I'll finish my face. And yeah, so again, got my normal kind of blush brush that I always use. Usually I'd say I go for like quite a pink blush. Obviously these are my two main ones, so I'm not sure, I don't know whether to go for like the bright pink, but then I feel like the bright pink might be a bit too bright, but then I don't want to. Okay, so I'm gonna go for this, which I haven't actually swatched, but it's fine. So I've just like tapped it in a little bit, and I'm just gonna go in like this. Obviously my mirror is over here. Okay, I don't know if it's like the brush, because obviously I have obviously heard that these ones are kind of super pigmented. I feel like I got a better kind of thing out of the bronzer than this blush. Maybe it's the blush, maybe it is the brush. So I'm going to go in a little bit more. And just kind of like, they're kind of like really nice. It doesn't feel like cakey on the skin either, obviously, which is a good thing, because and I'm just going to do the same here. I may go in with like a little bit of a darker shade, just because I feel like it's not doing too much. Obviously I'm going to blend it in as usual. I don't know kind of what shade I'd put with it, because I feel like this one's a bit more, these are like, that's red, that's more orangey, that's like pinky purple, but that's like very kind of purpley, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna maybe go in with the pink a bit more. I should probably try a different brush, but I need to clean them. And then I always like a little bit of kind of blush on my nose, like that. So yeah, I feel like that one might have been to do with the brush, because obviously the bronzer did end up coming off a bit better, and I felt like with the blush I had to dip it in a bit more, but again, obviously, as I said, that may just well be the the brush. But no, I'd say they're very good. Obviously very pigmented. You get quite a lot. You can actually see, I don't know how deep the pan is, and you can see like where the product ends. So I'd say like you get a fair bit. I'm just gonna blend this in with my beauty blender a little bit. But yeah, I'd say like you get a very fair like amount of product for your money for that. But yeah, obviously very nice. I do really like the pinky shade now it's on. I don't know if you can see it properly. It's kind of like a light pink, like a baby pink maybe on you, but yeah, I think it's like maybe a bit more pinky than I'd usually go, but I do really like it. I do really like it. So yeah, I definitely recommend it, especially if you've got dry skin. I'm not sure how it'd work if you had more oily skin. I think you probably have to powder over it a bit more. I feel like I'm very short now. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I feel like you'd have to powder over it a bit more. But I am going to obviously put some powder on and kind of see how it looks with that. And yeah, so I'm just going to go in with my normal powders, and yeah, we'll obviously see how it looks. It may look horrendous, it may turn very cakey, but I think I like products as well that have pretty packaging. So for me, like this Too Faced milk chocolate bronzer is very cute packaging. But yeah, and also kind of like convenient packaging as well. So like this, which I love, has plastic packaging, so I prefer that over kind of glass, because yeah, we all know glass can obviously shatter and break and all sorts. I'm just going to put that on there. So I think as well, with being so kind of pale and fair skinned, you don't really know too much how much you can put on, because sometimes it can just look obviously insane, and you don't want to look like a clown, or you don't want to look insane or anything like that. So yeah, I think you obviously, when you're fairer skinned like me, you do have to be very careful when putting on like just like bronzer and blush anyway, because obviously if you put too much on, it does look insane. But no, I definitely kind of recommend this. I love, now I've put it on with powder and over the top, and I'm looking at it in the mirror. Obviously it does look slightly different, but I do think it looks really nice and kind of pinky. Just need like a highlighter in there, like a cream highlighter, and it'd be perfect. But obviously that's nothing, like that's not in there, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I definitely like that. I'm gonna kind of try and zoom you in a moment as well, to kind of show you how it is on my skin. and to kind of show you how it blended with my base and the products like my concealer and things like that. But yeah, let me try and zoom you guys in. So obviously this is you having a bit of a close-up. I'm sorry if it is too close, also excuse that really grim spot. And also excuse like these kind of weird spots. But yeah, obviously it blended really nicely. On this one, like, I think I put like a teeny bit less blush, but this one, like, you can definitely see it. But yeah, obviously you can see that it's not very cakey. In fact, it's not cakey, what am I on about? And yeah, it blended very well, obviously, with... Obviously, you can obviously see that it blended in very well with the rest of my products, which is obviously a very good thing, because... So, obviously, that is it. I'd definitely say the products blended very, very well. Would definitely recommend it. Really short again, I'm sorry. Yeah, the products obviously blended very, very well. I would definitely recommend them. They went on very well with obviously my like skin tint underneath. So I'm just quickly gonna put some mascara on. I don't really have I don't think, other than my actually yes I do. I was going to say I don't have a cream bronzer, but I forgot that I have my ELF. And sorry guys, as I was saying before my camera cut off, I thought for a moment, like, I don't have any kind of cream like bronzer or contour, but obviously I do have the Charlotte Tilbury and the ELF ones. Those are the only ones I have, but I think these are very different. These are more creamy, and I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury and the ELF ones, which I actually did a review and comparison on as well, those ones are a lot more kind of liquidy, I think, and it's very, very easy to go wrong with those ones. I feel like it's very easy to kind of put too much on with those ones, because obviously it's got like the little cushion applicator at the end, and yeah, a lot can come out, let me tell you that. A lot can come out, and yeah, it just, once it's all out, it's like a mess. Obviously with this you can just do like a little dab, and it's kind of like however much you put on kind of thing. But yeah, I definitely really liked this. Obviously it blended very well, it went on very well. The packaging is also super cute. But yeah, I can't wait to kind of like test this out a little bit more. I think the next time I use it I might try a little bit of a darker contour shade. I don't know how well that'll go. But yeah, I may try that, and a few other of the blush shades. But yeah, for what I've done today. I do very like it. Obviously it's a bit more subtle for kind of like everyday. The blush isn't obviously super out there, and the kind of contour bronzer shades aren't like super out there either. But yeah, so guys, obviously as you can tell, I would definitely recommend this to any of you guys with kind of the drier skin, and even probably with kind of oily skin, because you can obviously powder it down and put powder over the top. But obviously that is kind of your choice. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. It blended very well into the skin. Obviously I did prime my face and everything beforehand. It blended very well into the skin tint. It didn't kind of separate, look kind of crispy, cakey, or anything like that. It did obviously apply very well. You don't need a lot, I'd say. You really don't need a lot, especially for the contour shades. I think for the blush it was more just like the brush that I was using. But yeah, again, you don't need a lot of that. I think, yeah, you can obviously mix and match the shades like I did with the kind of contour one, and I think they went together very well, especially for kind of like a kind of day-to-day thing. Obviously if you're going out or something, you might want something a little kind of more glam. I didn't do that today, but yeah, because obviously I'm just going to be working and I'm not really doing too much, so yeah. But yeah, no, obviously I really did like it. The only other thing I'd say is maybe if he added like 2 highlighters to the end, that'd be great. Because, you know, I really like kind of like the formula of it. Like, it's not too liquidy, it's not too matte, like powdery. It is like the perfect kind of mix of them both. But yeah, no, definitely recommend it. If you did, yeah. Anyway, enough of me babbling. That is the end of today's video. I really do hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, then please give it a like and a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.